So I saw this report that said that ICE agents have been arresting Native Americans. Some were veterans. And of course, this is going to gain a lot of attention because, again, they're Native Americans. But I'm going to cut straight to the chase here with some forbidden history that they don't want us to really know about. It's not talked about often, or at least in anything that I've seen. And here's the reason why, because the answer is not as simple as racism. That's an easy out. It's kind of complex. The real reason why they're arresting these people is because they can't tell the difference. You know why? Because our Mexican brothers and sisters, some of our Hispanic brothers and sisters that come from South America, they're Native Americans. Especially the ones with the darker skin, the really, really dark hair, the higher cheekbones, where sometimes you really have a hard time like distinguishing whether or not you're talking to someone that is Hispanic or sometimes you think that they're Asian. It's because they are pure Native Americans. I'm telling you, if you actually look into it and see if these people were to do a DNA test, you would see that they would come up somewhere very, very close to being 100% Native Americans. But the reason why we don't know this is because Europe erased a lot of that history, kind of like something we're seeing happen right now. And believe it or not, someone has told this man that's in charge right now, they're trying to eliminate all of that. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep this video short, but let's just jump right into it. When Columbus and all of them came over here during the years of the explorers, the age of exploration as they call it, yes, their diseases and their wars and what they did to these people eliminated a lot of them here in the States and in Canada. They couldn't do it from Mexico on down. And so what happened is they eliminated enough of them and they erased enough of their history that some of these people don't know that the Mayans and the Incas and the Aztecs, they didn't really disappear. They just don't know who they are anymore because, one, they changed their language. They speak Spanish now. That language is not natural to this side of the world. And they also brought their religion with them. That is why a lot of times when you see someone from Mexico on down, they are of the Catholic faith. Catholicism is not natural to this side of the world. The Spanish brought that with them. And the other part of that forbidden history that they don't want you to know about is the fact that Africans were already here about 10,000 years before Columbus came. This is a fact. There's no questions about it. Europe was actually the last to get over here. And so that's why 9 times out of 10, when you speak to someone, an American black, someone whose family has been here for generations, most of the time they would tell you, yeah, I'm Native American in me. And that's because they were already here. They were already mixing, kind of like in India. A lot of them don't realize that they're the same as some of those Africans because they were already mixing. Their empires had already had agreements before Europe started exploring their way out. And so when these people are trying to push these folks out of the country, it's because they can't tell the difference. And for those that actually know, they want that history gone. They don't want these people to know that, yes, this land is rightfully yours. And so that's why you see someone like the man that's in charge right now get so much praise from these folks because they know that the truth is coming out. And I've seen some people on, what do we call it, Spiritual Talk, where they said in 2025, the veil is going to be lifted. And unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of hurt people when they realize that the world is a lot more interconnected than we've been led to believe. In fact, I did a DNA test. Hell, now I knew that I had like Cherokee and Blackfoot, but something came up for me that I never saw coming, and that was indigenous Peru. So my friends, you know who else was here outside of Africans before the Europeans got here? The Polynesians in South America, and the Chinese and the Japanese in the San Francisco Bay Area. When they were going through that river and stuff, they found human skulls with the higher cheekbones. So folks, what we see right now is a group of people that realize that the world is about to find out the truth. And they don't want that. They cannot accept that change because they have hated other for so long. And they're afraid that when other starts to become a little bit more equal, that it's going to take power away rather than realizing we could all just work in harmony. Now, TikTok, of course, this is for entertainment purposes only, so please don't remove this thing. Y'all have a good day. The more you know.